I'm Dr. Mark Sherwood, and I'm challenging Kevin Stitt in the GOP primary on June 28th. As your next governor, I want to take this opportunity for us to look together at all the amendments to the United States Constitution which guarantee our liberties and freedoms. There are 27 in total. The first 10 passed shortly after the ratification of the United States Constitution in 1789 are collectively known as the Bill of Rights. As your governor, I will ensure that we in Oklahoma hold the federal government accountable in respecting and upholding these rights just as we do here. Today, we'll look at the first 3 amendments. Note, all of the first 10 amendments were ratified on December the 15th, 1791. Amendment 1. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. As our third president, Thomas Jefferson, who also authored our Declaration of Independence, clarified, the separation of church and state is intended to keep the government out of the church and not to keep Christians out of government. Our founders clearly called upon divine providence as they set our course as a nation. In Oklahoma, we must do no less. We must be equally committed to never attempt to abridge our liberties in the guise of a health crisis or other declared emergency. We will never exercise censorship or prevent you from peaceably assembling to express your views. Amendment 2. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It has been duly observed that our First Amendment rights are ensured by our Second Amendment rights. You only have to look northward to what is happening to our good friends and neighbors in Canada now because they lack the right to bear arms in their own defense. Our federal government would need to think twice before they attempt to illegally seize our bank accounts for exercising our right to protest peacefully. Joe Biden cannot get away with what Justin Trudeau is doing. We in Oklahoma will be a leader among the states in standing firm upon our rights guaranteed in the U.S. Constitution, including all of the 27 amendments. Amendment 3. No soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house, without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. This is one amendment that few today are familiar with. Fortunately, it has not been something that we have had to deal with for nearly 2.5 centuries. However, let us be very certain that war powers are never abused in America. Again, in reference to Canada, their Emergencies Act is intended only for a time of war when national security is being threatened. As Americans here in Oklahoma and other states get our federal government's attention that we will defend our constitutional rights, we remind every member in all 3 branches in Washington, D.C. that war is reserved to a declaration of war by Congress signed by the President directed at a foreign enemy. It is not a political tool to be used against we, the people. Thank you for your time today. Next time, we will continue with this discussion on all of our amendments to our U.S. Constitution. God bless Oklahoma, and God bless the United States of America.